It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Giants, and it comes your way next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe... That's a version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Play action. It's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Fields. They'll roll him out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, he might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DV, I liked it closer to the goal line.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal, a loss of 12.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Right side, Claypool's got it. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields steps away to his left. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Take it at the 37. Oh, good move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Ooh, with a juke.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fields throwing again.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Matt Ariza now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done. It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing. No, not quite at that level, and not at that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no... Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now out come the Giants. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Okay, I'm not a fan of any routes that just, turn around defensive backs, mainly because I was a defensive back. But the comeback route is so difficult because to sell it, you're selling it like it's a deep route before you come back towards either the line of scrimmage or the sideline. And, boy, that one worked to perfection.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 4. Now Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return is Pettis. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We begin over at AT&T Stadium, Washington, in its first visit with its new franchise name.
All right, folks. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And a quick throw here, that's complete. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields able to hit his target, Claypool. Now it's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down. Doesn't find anyone open. Tucks it away. Takes off and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Fields. Completion here to Claypool. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. 2nd and 9 now. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. He's got it. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
Fields now to throw.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And New York set to take the field.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Second and 6. Firing. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. Powers ahead at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Fields. He's got it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he is going to have the Giants 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Point after here coming up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the gun, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Back to throw, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Montgomery back to the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Completes a Mooney on the slant. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now it's Fields. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. That was a big risk here in overtime. It sent him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yep.
And guess what? That only gives about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in him, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
New York set to take the field. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now less than 2 minutes to go here in OT in a 3-point game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Back to throw again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They wanted to avoid the dreaded fourth down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on third. I
love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to fourth down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on third.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And his kick is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
Fields on first down. And firing a deep ball for Komet. And that is incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that tie and continue to go how many overtimes it takes. Postseason football, we're still playing. But it's the regular season. You get one extra period to decide it. This one, we get field goals on each side. And guess what? The end result's the same. Tie, off we go. Let's move on to the next one.